Good afternoon, and welcome to the annual meeting of our United Way of St. Clair County. Today in this meeting, we're going to be celebrating all the great things we accomplished together. We're going to be electing some new officers and going to be having a chance to revisit all of the great things that we have done as the United Way of St. Clair County. We're going to first kick off our meeting by hearing from a very special guest speaker.
Hello, my name is Suzanne McCormick, and I am U.S. President for United Way Worldwide. And I am so pleased to have the opportunity to join the 2021 annual meeting of the United Way of St. Clair County. I have to say, you have one of the most beautiful United Way offices I've ever seen, and I truly wish that I could be there in person. So let me start by saying congratulations. I've seen the amazing work that you as a United Way have accomplished over the past year and have been so impressed, especially with your COVID response. The creativity and the very different ways that you invested the dollars that you raised into community programs, from legal aid to helping young people to providing PPE, just fantastic. And I think it's just a testament to why United Ways are so important. You were able to step in quickly and respond and serve the community in the way that it needed to be served. And to me, that is the superpower of a United Way. It's being there to step in and provide leadership in really relevant ways. So congratulations on that. And also continue to do that. When I've talked with United Ways around the country, every time I've talked to leaders there, they have expressed such pride in their ability to provide leadership in their communities through this past year and through the pandemic. And I always say, well, keep that up, because you've shown up with confidence and relevancy, and you've demonstrated to your community how very important you are. So please keep that up. And I know it's a challenge. We see United Ways across the country right now who did raise lots of money through COVID and who have been hugely successful. But the reality is the economy is still struggling, and donations are not, keeping at the same level. So continue with that pride and confidence and demonstration of relevancy, because I think that's what will help you weather what could be a couple challenging years. But again, I think the innovation that I've seen and the creativity, they're going to carry you forward. So thank you for that. And I also want to say a huge thanks to Danny for his leadership as your board chair. Danny, I haven't met you in person, but I looked at some of the videos that you have produced to talk about the work of the United Way of St. Clair County, and I'm so impressed with your passion. 15 years volunteering is a long time, and I know you've been a campaign chair, and I know you've been on the Citizens Review Committee, so I just want to say thank you on behalf of the United Way Network for your leadership. When people ask me what's my favorite part of working for United Way, I always say it's the people that you get to work with. And it's not just great staff, it's the board members and the volunteers who bring their skills and their passion. I know as a leader, I have learned so much from my board members, and I'm sure the United Way of St. Clair County has learned a lot from you. So thank you for that. Congratulations on amazing leadership. And I want to wish you all well during your annual meeting, and I do look forward someday to getting to visit in person. Be safe and take care.
What a surprise and honor. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for taking time to send us that very special message. As president, I call this annual meeting to order. As we go through this meeting, we will be sharing pieces of our annual report. If you've not already received your electronic copy or would like a paper copy, please contact our United Way office. Each of the divisions of our United Way of St. Clair County are discussed within this document. That's government, finance, grant awards, fundraising, and staffing. This afternoon, we'll be highlighting each of those reports. Our first report will come from our finance director, Patty Manley.
Thank you. To begin, I would like to acknowledge the committee members, Larry Dent, Bob Funk, Danny Nagin, Matt Wallace, and Steve Warzinski. Now please turn your attention to the summary financial analysis for the 2021 fiscal year. This analysis represents the organizational expenditures and grants awarded as a percentage to the total expenses of $1,229,908. We are currently in the audit process, so the financial representation reflects the unaudited year of 2020 and 2021, with revenues generated through the fall 2019 United Way campaign. It should be noted that contributions designated for internal projects and affiliated organizations are presented in the appropriate section of the pie chart. For purposes of comparison, please note that the percentages for fundraising, administration, and uncollectible pledges have remained consistent in comparison to last year. This is a result of the budget being maintained as closely as possible to the campaign dollars. You will hear later about the Emergency Services Fund COVID-19 Emergency Response Fund. To date, $167,640 has been received from various foundations and individuals, and $44,650 has been spent on various COVID-related needs throughout the county. Members of the United Way Finance Committee review all financial statements and bank reconciliations of the organization monthly, and the full committee meets quarterly. We reviewed the audit, the 990, and the budget of the organization prior to presentation to the board for final approval. It has been a pleasure to serve as chair to such a dedicated and experienced committee. Thank you. Our next report will be the CRC report given by our chairperson, Cindy Rourke.
Thank you, Patty, and good afternoon, everyone. The Citizens Review Committee annually reviews proposals submitted by local affiliated organizations to reduce the need for emergency services, teach youth life skills, improve quality of life through health and advocacy, and help adults through education and training. The members of the CRC engage in thoughtful and serious discussions when reviewing applications for funding. This past year, the CRC and the affiliated organizations used new software to submit and review program applications. The new software proved to be easy to use, resulting in increased efficiency and productivity during the annual review process. The CRC recommended that a total of 32 programs offered by 26 organizations be supported. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, funding priority was given to programs that provide health, shelter, food, and emergency services. The United Way continues to support the 211 call for helpline, Michigan Vocational and Rehabilitation Services to facilitate employment, and the United Way Emergency Fund for unique emergency requests. This past year, the CRC also oversaw the review of applications submitted by local entities needing additional assistance with COVID-related expenses, such as PPE and cleaning supplies. 13 requests for funding were approved, along with the purchase of 6 food trucks for food distribution throughout the county. The CRC regularly reviews reports submitted by the organizations to assure that they have met local needs and that their program performance indicators have been fulfilled. When possible, organizations have been invited to attend CRC Zoom meetings to better acquaint CRC members with the services they provide. The ongoing changes, and in this past year, the increased social, health, and economic needs throughout the county continue to emphasize the struggle that many face on a daily basis. I would like to take this time to thank all the members of the CRC committee for the time and effort that they put into the committee's business this past year. And now I'm going to turn this portion of the meeting over to Mark Simone, campaign leader.
Thank you. Tonight marks the end of my appointment as campaign leader of our annual countywide fund drive. Our focus was on change as we adapted to work restrictions and implemented new ways to give. I'd like to recognize our team of volunteers who came up with creative techniques to enhance the community campaign. The volunteers are listed in the annual report. Leadership organizations are an integral part of the success of the United Way campaign. These organizations have contributed over $15,000 through employee worksite campaigns and corporate giving. Their exceptional leadership shows the commitment and dedication necessary to address the human services needs in our community on a consistent basis. We would like to recognize these leadership organizations. The corporate leadership contributors are County of St. Clair employees, DT Energy, Meyer Incorporated, Rourke Family Charitable Foundation, Semco Energy, and Stellantis NV. Our campaign traditionally wraps up with the annual freighter trip raffle drawing. This year, the raffle sold out in record time, thanks to several media outlets picking up the story. In total, the raffle raised more than $40,000, an increase of 13.6% over last year. The drawing was held April 29th, and the winners are Brian Hinch from Marquette, Michigan, and Leah Von Wagner from Madison Heights. I was given the opportunity this afternoon to recognize a campaign champion who has gone above and beyond year after year for United Way. This volunteer has participated with our campaign videos, led employee giving campaigns and community events, and has a personal goal to increase her employer's campaign giving every year. Her passion is an outstanding representation of our vision of a community campaign because she's always willing to help others with her outgoing, contagious personality. She is trustworthy and has a technique to politely reapproach individuals until they give to our cause because she understands our United Way. It is an honor to recognize our 2020 campaign champion, Jenny Posey from the County of St. Clair. Thank you, Jenny, for your hard work and your commitment to United Way. On behalf of the people who have received help from United Way, I would like to express my gratitude to the community and the United Way of St. Clair County for the opportunity to serve as your campaign leader for 2020. It is now my pleasure, on behalf of the 2020 Campaign Cabinet, to present to the United Way of St. Clair County Board of Directors $889,837 to provide human services in St. Clair County this year. Here you go, Danny.
Thank you, Mark. We would now like to present you with a token of our appreciation for all that you have done. We know that you've been working from home and been in a lot of casual work settings, so we would like to present to you this United Way hoodie to continue to promote United Way during all those wonderful casual work meetings. Thanks so much, Mark.
That's nice.
Very nice. Thank you, Danny. This is a perfect fit. Before I end my message, I want to share that I stopped by the Labor Temple to thank and recognize the workers.
Well, Mark, organized labor traditionally, not everybody gets one of these plaques, but traditionally the campaign chair, United Way campaign chair that work well with labor and do a good job, we traditionally give them a token of our appreciation. I'd like to give you this plaque. Organized labor salutes Mark Simone, 2020 campaign leader, United Way of St. Clair County, for providing leadership and dedication to help meet the human service needs in our community, St. Clair County AFL-CIO. I thank you. You did a good job under tough times. Remember, guys, we couldn't go in the plants this year and talk to the people, so everything was continuous givers and things like that. And we really appreciate all the hard work and effort and sacrifice. But on the other side of the coin, you get to meet a lot of people, right?
That's right, yeah.
When I worked for United Way for a long time, you look at a person, you kind of know how much you give instead of his name, right? But anyways, we'd like to thank you for a good job. And because I don't have a microphone, but I'm up here, I'd like to say thanks to all the organizations we represent and the people and the directors and the teams and our United Way board and the CRC committee and the staff and everybody for the good job they do in these difficult times to raise money to help make it a better place in our community. So thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Richard. Appreciate it.
Again, I appreciate the opportunity to serve as a 2020 campaign leader and look forward to being part of the team to help on the 2021 campaign. Next, we will be joined by Executive Director Brent Gillette.
First, I'd like to thank the Board of Directors for their support and direction as the Executive Director of United Way of St. Clair County. I would also like to thank some of our staff for their dedication and support. From the Finance Department, Sophia Van Bulow. From 211, Mary Burkett. From our Operations and Technologies Department, Julie Gantz. This year, we have also experienced some staffing changes, and I'd like to say thank you and goodbye to a couple of staff. Jan Wilkins from our Direct Services Department, Amy Lutz from Marketing and Communications, and Mallory Mahalics in our Campaign Department. I was able to present the Thomas D. Noms Award earlier this month, so let's watch a short clip.
Tonight I get the distinct pleasure and honor to present an award that we present every year through United Way, the Thomas D. Nelms Award. The Thomas D. Nelms Award has some great meaning to us here at United Way because it's named after a person that has been our director for 22 years. It was put into for his memorial by his family and United Way to recognize a fellow director in our community, in the United Way family, for the exemplary service that they provide, not only to United Way, but the community as a whole. And we wanted to make sure that we got a chance to recognize that person tonight, and we're pleased to have that person with us tonight. And if I could ask Kathy Baker to come forward. Kathy is this year's Nelms Award winner. I want to let you know a little bit about Thomas Nelms. Like I said, he was our director for 22 years. He was a very quiet man, but he was a good man that anyone that asked for anything, he was willing to step up and help. He was a person that was on a lot of collaborative boards, a lot of boards in our community, and you could say that he helped shape the health and human service delivery system that we appreciate today through United Way. And that's how important this award is, and that's how I'm so pleased and honored to be able to present that to you tonight.
Thank you.
I'd like to say thank you again to Catherine for all you do for our community. Next up is Leanne Warner from DT Energy and the Board Development Chair, who will be joining us for election of directors and officers.
Thank you, Brent. 4 individuals are being nominated for their first term. Bonnie DiNardo, St. Clair County Community College, Karen Vanderhavel, St. Clair County Probate Court, Dr. John Brooks, McLaren Port Huron, McLaren Healthcare, and James Barron, United Parcel Service. The following board members are being nominated for re-election to a second term. The Honorable Dan Damon, 31st Circuit Court Judge, and Patty Manley, McBride, Manley, and Miller PC. The following board member is being nominated for re-election to a third term. Danny Negan, Farm Bureau Insurance. In addition, the following individuals are presented for election as officers of the Board of Directors for the ensuing term. President, Thelma Castillo. Vice President, Matt King. Secretary, Karen Vanderhavel. Treasurer, Patty Manley. And Vice Treasurer, Steve Worzinski. The nominations were received 30 days prior to this meeting. All nominees have accepted the nomination, and the slate was presented to the Board of Directors in accordance with the bylaws. Therefore, I move that the slate be accepted, closed, and a unanimous ballot cast for election and re-election of these individuals to the positions described.
So we have a motion to move that the slate be accepted, closed, and a unanimous ballot cast for election and re-election of those individuals to the positions described. Do we have a second?
This is Dick Cummings. I'd like to second that motion.
Are there any discussions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by either raising your thumbs up or raising your hand. Motion passes. Before I conclude my term, I have a very special honor to recognize a very special volunteer This special volunteer has been giving to our community throughout her working career, always willing to lend a helping hand. It is an honor to share that Catherine Mills is this year's 2021 Volunteer of the Year.
We recognize every year, United Way, a volunteer that stands out in the community. And you exemplify that. And I have to say on behalf of the United Way that we really feel that it's important to highlight those type of volunteers. And I have a special opportunity today to bring to you an award from our United Way. We're going to recognize you, Catherine Mills, from TCF Bank, as our Volunteer of the Year for the great things that you do year-round, not only for us, but for our community. I would like to give you this award from our United Way for all the great things you do for us to make sure you bridge the gap for those people that sometimes reach out for a helping hand.
Kathy volunteers with Blue Water Safe Horizons, Blue Water Area Chamber of Commerce, A Beautiful Me, and National Association of Career Women. In the words of one of her colleagues, Michelle Shepley, TCF's Port Huron Community Bank President and Regional Sales Manager, Kathy is dedicated to the improvement of our community and is very passionate about the organizations she's involved with. This is evident whenever you see her volunteering for an event. I am proud to have Kathy as a colleague and a friend. Her caring spirit is contagious. As you saw, Brent had the honor to present Kathy with this award of recognitions. Congratulations, Kathy. As we conclude this annual meeting, it's hard for me to express how much I have appreciated and what an honor it's been serving our United Way of St. Clair County as its president for the last 2 years. I never dreamed 15 years ago when I started with the organization that this is where it would lead me, but it's been a privilege and I'm humbled every step of the way to be a servant for all of you. Our United Way is strong and it is in great hands, and it is my honor to be able to transition and hand the gavel over to Thelma Castillo as she takes over as president of our board of directors for the next term.
Thank you, Danny. My first task as president was to present you, Danny, with a token of appreciation on behalf of the board of directors. We hope you'll find your gift will enhance your golf game with all the extra time you will have on your hands now. As president, I look forward to working closely with my fellow board members to continue to move the United Way of St. Clair County to the next level. 2020 and 2021 have been difficult years for our county, but I am confident with our board and staff engagement, we can move the United Way to the next level. I look forward to working with our board, staff, and community to make this goal a success. Thank you. Please have a good evening. I adjourn this meeting.